Ah, I will see you. By now, I think you people should begin to put some respect in my name. If you have to address me henceforth, Jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run mo fọlọ́run bẹ̀ ẹ́, fi wòlíì sẹ́yìn orúkọ mi because I'm a prophet. Gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́ Ọlọ́run ni. Láwà lákòótá lábìlẹ̀ àsìn. Gbèmí débẹ̀. How many of you remember that early last year, when this whole uprising for justice for Mohbad will start, and I begin to watch, then most people are being carried away by emotions. I was looking at this Baba Mohbad closely with the whole emotional blackmail. Somewhere within me, I was not feeling it. And I point torchlight, I said, this man, I don't have anything to say, you know, or he has a hand in the death of his son, but if he doesn't, I know for sure that he's an accomplice. And he has an agenda that is different from what the whole world was seeking for. Mohbad died. I'm going to say some things in this video that you people probably not like, but by now you should know. It really don't matter to me. Mohbad died, and the nature of his death spoiled a lot of emotions in people. Everybody was all over the world. Times Square, New York, you know, in the whole of UK, in the whole of Europe, people were rising to demand the justice. Like, we didn't do this boy. Not because we are seeing that for the first time, not because he died. Most people don't even know this Mohbad guy. Most people start knowing who Mohbad is. They probably know his song, they don't know the name. They started knowing who Mohbad is after his demise. So it wasn't because he died that would spoil people's emotion like that. It was because before his passing, he has said some things that are very important. He has raised an alarm. He shouted, call for it, take a step, go to the law enforcement to file a report, and his voice was not heard. Surprisingly, little did he know that people were seeing all of his tweets and all of his posts. And then he passed. So there was a whole rise and emotions was all over the place. And people were demanding justice. People were angry. You know, humanity come to play as at this time. And in the middle of all of this, the father who gave birth to this boy that the whole world is empathizing with, that the whole world is saying, no, this should not be. In the middle of all of this, in 1 week that the son passed, he has already done about 4 interviews, one of which he said something very important. His first foul statement was that Iku Obirin lo ku. Let me translate that to those who don't understand Yoruba, that his death is caused by him following women. Only in Nigeria, we have cases of a lot of abusive husbands, irresponsible husbands who don't take care of their wife, who abuse their wife, who violate their wife. And everybody will say all manner of things about them. This deadbeat husband, deadbeat dad, and all of those things. And only in Nigeria will you now see a man that genuinely loves his wife, that is taking care of his family. Guess what the same Nigerians will call him? They will say he don't chop vegetable. He don't chop vegetable. We don't like abusive husbands, but we still condemn responsible husbands. So the father said he could be local, and less than 48 hours, he did an interview, and he was showing his house, reflecting that his house is tattered, his house is tacky, it will be the Baba celebrating Bay and all of those things. Raising an alarm in the middle of grief all over the world, where those who don't even know this boy, who have benefited nothing from him, were crying. This man, his major concern was, see where I'm living, to say that the son was never, did nothing for him. Not later. I'm saying the same week. The same goddamn week. Mohbad died allegedly on a Tuesday. And that same week, this man already was making a video. See where I'm living, oh, you see, he doesn't do nothing for me. Oh. For his son that you claim you love. Yorùbá sọ pé wọ́n máa ń da aṣọ àṣírí bòkù. As if that was enough. That same week, he did another interview where somebody asked him, because of course, this guy has said a lot about those who are harassing him and bullying him, the Malian records, the Naira Marley and the Samilari. So they asked him, are you aware of this whole thing? And this man said, in Yoruba, wọ́n fìyà jẹ, wọ́n fàjùlọ hàn ni. Meaning, they never abused him. They only showed him seniority. They only humbled him. From that moment henceforth, ladies and gentlemen, this man has been on my radar. Because ain't no way on earth a father that is going through a moment of grief, his priority is about himself, where he lives and all of those things. And then, with everything that your son has said and published, surprisingly, that we even recently heard from him that he witnessed some of this incident of abuse and humiliation. That you will say to the public, no, they did not. Where the whole world is angry and they're saying these people must be, brought to book. This man said, no, they did not humiliate my son. They only chastised him, so to say. I'm not sure how any right-thinking person would think that is normal. But again, very few people are normal in Nigeria. Very few people. So for me personally, I raised a couple of alarms there, like, no, this is not right. And guess what people reacted? They said, people grieve differently. And I'm like, this is a horrible way of grieving. This is a terrific, satanic way of grieving. You know, when people want to make excuses for their foolishness, they will just say, I'm doing me, do you? I don't want this video to be long. So the entire time, a lot of events have rolled, and at a point early last year, I said something. So what it begins to do was that there's a lot of propaganda going on. So the media people, bloggers step on it. We all started lending our voice, and everybody's entitled to. But there begins to, we begin to see a coalition of some charlatan that we know they are not new to madness. Àwọn wèrè tó ti ní record, wèrè tó ti ní ID card on this social space, they begin to rise up and converge. And this man, of course, we know their tactics. They started showing bait at him, and he was yielding to it. They will create a narration, he will dance to it. And when I saw it, I said, two things I said. I said, one, this man is not as stupid as people think. Don't let him fool you with those, I'm a carpenter. He's not stupid. I said it's going to be a case of Ashewo Sonu Jagudari. What that means is that this man is crooked, he's dealing with crooked people. One, it becomes a game of cat and rat. One will beat one. The second thing I said is that this man is walking in the way of doom. With all of the unspeakable things he was doing then, in fact, one of the reasons why I stopped talking about it and I just take a break from this just from back then was that I know for a fact that the last cane that we hit Baba Mohbad is the same people that were fighting for him. I don't know how many of you remembered when I said, Egba to man no Baba Mohbad. Oh, I won't blog lower. It didn't really make much sense then. But now it begins to. So, of course, recently, the old DNA came up, they got an order. This man has changed lawyer twice. And now I guess they wanted him to change lawyer again. His own people, not Timumi, not enemy. They wanted him to change the lawyer, the son that they got. The question, first of all, is why did they get the son in the first place? When Mohbad died, right? Just like everybody was rising up to, support the family, it was a family thing. There was no division. This man, this Baba Mohbad, created this division. Everybody was rising to support the family. until he started saying something against the wife, and they were unspeakable, unprintable things. So when the whole world still think that Mohbad's family as a unit, and people were rising up, the most, honorable and delectable senior advocate of Nigeria, Femi Falana, also, because while Mohbad was alive and was going through this humiliation, Mohbad has reached out to him, and Mohbad has, begged for his assistance. So when he passed, he felt some sense of responsibility, and he said, I will take on this case and represent the family to make sure that this boy gets justice. Falana volunteered to represent the family, everybody, because there was to be one family. And he called for all parties involved, to get his informations and know where to come in. Baba Mohbad obliged him. He met with him. Don't forget, good enough, they are from the same place. They talked. And for some reason whatsoever, he believed that this man is in the interests of the wife. And in fact, he came online and said a lot of unspeakable things about Mr. Falana. So the man had no choice. And so that's why he begins to go and get his own lawyer. Because this man was supposed to represent the family. He wasn't satisfied with it. He left and get his own lawyer. So, of course, the man was left with the wife. That was how Wunmi ended up having Falana as a lawyer. With no disrespect to her, there's no way Wunmi can afford Falana ordinarily. So Falana is representing Wunmi till today on pro bono. Pro bono, it means he's rendering free service, which the intention was to represent the whole family. So there was a coroner inquest that was raised. You don't need a son. In fact, optionally, you don't need a lawyer. But because they want to create that division and they want to compete. Oh, this son is representing Wunmi. They advise him to get a son. They've been pushing this man left, right, and center. One of the most interesting parts that I want you to listen to is this.
You people are doing too much.
No, hold on, my bad. So while then, that they were doing all of these arrangements, they were tossing him around left, right, and center. Guess what? He was playing the fool and was hidden to them. Because this man have only one agenda. Only one agenda. To merchandise the misfortune of his son. I said it then. That would have not been a problem. But unfortunately, he was doing it the wrong way. He was literally committing himself to the hand of all these charlatans. And I laughed. I said, this man, Omar Shesin, Omar Te, these people have no credibility. It's not just this one. One for our African TV, àwọn wèrè kan ní Ghana, GH Radio. Tó gírí ò bá lanu, aláǹgbá ò ní wọ̀. Again, I will never be poor in my life. What poverty and greed can do to a man is we take his conscience away, take his dignity away, and guess what? It will subject him to public opinion. On many counts, they've asked this man, when the whole issue of DNA and they started calling Mohbad's son, surviving son, a bastard, they asked this man, why do you think this child is not for Mohbad? He said, no, it's not me that said it. It is the public that said it. And I was like, public? Public? Really? So you as a man, the head of a house, a father, you are subjecting salient decisions of your own life and the destiny and the future and the dignity of your grandson, your only surviving grandson, to public opinion because of what he wants to get, because of what he wants to eat. Now, here we are now. Here we are. This same Baba now, he has become a football in the hand of these people. You know, they were pushing him and he was just yielding to all of this madness. And they have an agenda. He have an agenda. So it becomes a game of chess. And then, you know how much they have pushed this man. So it was the public who demanded for DNA. It was the public who said the child is not for your son. And then remember they alleged, they pushed him into so many problems. Right now he has a case in court with the king that they were alleging that was having an affair with Wunmi. They sued him. Like, you know, but you see, because then when they were throwing base to him, they were giving him money. Remember the time that they gave him 700,000 to go to Rioke. Omuru, who diverted, he left the Rioke and Bukky was not even aware. Bukky gave him number there, and I think they were able to pacify her. I laugh. I said, it's a question of time. Now, as I then, so another person who think they are ally, they have his voice. Listen to this. Never. Justice for Mohbad, J4M, critical thinkers. This man clearly said, me if I keep voice me want that this Willie that he was talking to on the phone. Do you hear when he said never, daddy? He wrong parọ́ fúnrọ́. Gbogbo yín kúrò ayé jọ ń di ọ̀tẹ̀. Ilé tá a bá fi tọ́mọ ìrì ní òwò. This is him confiding in somebody else. When I said the relationship between Baba and Bukky Jesse is going to end a disaster, you see, this man said he thought she can control him. Bukky Jesse is a control freak. Torí àtijọ́ àti mu ti yín ojú kòkòrò lè wọ bíà ìwà bàjẹ́ ìwà kà tó wà nù máa yìí. He didn't do this. Like this man just opened himself up to anybody and everybody as far as about the tewo. Bukky Jesse is a control freak. They will give you everybody was just all over him. Àti kí náà pé Turkey Dublin TV. Do you know the role Bukky Jesse played do you know the role Baba Mohbad played in causing the rift between our Team Skindus? He was playing smart. See, as I speak, don't think I say all of this thing again about this man that as I speak right now, I am Team Baba Mohbad. Though you come for Baba Mohbad, I come for you. Because see, this man is everything terrible, but one thing is that he has never mixed words with his agenda from get-go. You know where his mind is. You know what his agenda is. But there are women who just hate to see other women happy. Women supporting women is the biggest scam. Women have never supported women. Angry women, frustrated women, women that will you not ask yourself what is their motive? Why do they hate this woman so much? For 2 years, you have been maligning this girl. Not a single evidence that you can put to the table. Okay. Not one. He's sleeping with Bella's mother, no evidence. He's sleeping with Obele Gushi, no evidence. He's sleeping with everybody in Malia house, no evidence. Till today, in the world of today, in social media, not one person could say, I've dated that before. Or somebody say, he has dated my friend before. He dated my brother before. Not one person could come out. Come on, man. Come on, man. Now, so what I want to look, you want to like, but the court case be made or met already. So I think at this time they wanted him to fire another lawyer again. You know that if I lawyer, that's why they could not do the DNA they got an order for. Now they got another order for DNA. Meanwhile, don't forget, this man is not interested in DNA tests. Cherry gbogbo she don ṣe gbogbo ja don gbera wọn ṣe pé yìí. Na scam o. Anything to just disrupt that DNA. They see the man has gotten to a point. That's why they cannot change Shittu. Because all I get Shittu ti dájọ́ pé Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọ̀gádé ṣó fẹ́ fẹ́ wọn ló gbà bó ṣe ń bá lọ yìí. bó ṣe ń bá lọ, you are committing heinous offence. Ó máa lè ṣe wọn. And your goal of collecting anything and raking people, the possibility is slim because of what you are doing. These people who are speaking for you are literally pushing you into error. Have you ever asked yourself why it is difficult for Baba Mohbad to even mention Naira Marley's name? Somebody that you witnessed that they beat your son, don't talk about. You know till tomorrow, this man cannot mention that name. And he's not suspicious to you. Till tomorrow. In fact, there was a blog, a news that came out that Baba Mohbad said, when after Mohbad did the video, that Baba Mohbad said Naira Marley is lying, that he actually maltreated his son. That news came out. Baba Mohbad have to take it upon himself to come outside to come and debunk that. I never said so. What are you afraid of? Is it fear? I don't think so. When we don't do just so see. Because this man, as far as he's concerned, is to collect money. Hear this. This audio is very interesting. Because cooking co-paro agenda. So anybody know any really there for him at the critical nuisance that you say you are fighting for this man, you are wrong. Kama paro Baba Mohbad na yeye person. But the truth is, one JB. I've told you before, favor that is unsolicited for is an abuse. If I didn't ask you for help and you are helping me, you are literally violating me. You see? This was a long time ago conversation that they brought up against him. First of all, whoever that is calling this man is recording Babanla Olori Buruku ni obo se enter and you are recording him. Ṣé bon ṣe olè ń tẹ̀lé olè ń ṣọ́ olè gbogbo wọn with different agenda. Different agenda gbọ́n yẹn náà wọ́n kó sí búkèjì sí dá 700,000 lẹ́ wọ́n tún lẹ́nìkan ó tún lọ jẹ gbogbo wọn bunch of. Ó máa ṣe o. Hold up, my nigga. Hold up. So, this is a long video. I will just cut it short. As at last year, this is what they are doing with each other. Now, this man said he spent money, he think because of that. This lady literally put Mohbad on salary. Àwa máa dájọ́ ìbò ṣe yẹ kó la máa dá ní gèǹgè. Àwa Mohbad come here. Yorùbá ní tẹnu bá jẹ ojú àti. When somebody is that you don't know from anywhere, kò bá ẹ̀tàn, kò bá family ẹ̀tàn, kò tán mẹ́kìtì. Suddenly start putting you on payroll and he was giving you money every month. Somebody that can put a hand in a pocket ládùúgbò ogun tó wà nù ayé ẹ̀. Ogun orí òkè tó mọ̀ tí ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ ogun tó ń jà tó ń jọ ọmọ ẹ̀. Ó wá kó 700,000 fún wọ kó o lọ fi yanjú oró ogun ayé ẹ̀. Ó fẹ́ ayé tiẹ̀ lẹ̀. Ó ń finance ogun ayé tiẹ̀. You now saying the things because she give you money, she can control you. Yes, she should control you. Tẹnu bá jẹ ojú àti torí ìrìgún la ṣe ń ṣòrí. Ọ̀gádé torí ìrìgún la ṣe ń ṣòrí. I will not want to bore you with all of that video. A lot was said. Bàbá tó lọ sórí òkè. Okay, if I did not play any other one, I will play that one. Let me fast forward. There's something I want you to hear here. No, man, sorry, pada. I want you to listen. That's the son of Mohbad. Do you know what he's explaining here? He's explaining why he want to resume his career as a musician. That God told him since Mohbad is dead now that he only stepped down because Mohbad was singing. That now, when Mohbad is gone, I want you to hear something. Very important question, ladies and gentlemen. Baba said, they are saying I should not sing, I should not hustle. That after these 6 months, max, the old just Mohbad thing, which is feeding him now, which is cashing out on. He said if the whole thing died down, he said, are they going to be the one to feed me? Hey, Joe, hold up. So that means this man here admitting that he's actually merchandising this whole thing. He's making money of it, and he's taking advantage of time to get everything he can get. So he said if he did not do what he needs to do now, till kini by that that man gbe bo se n rice yi lo fi n cash owo sapo. This explains to us why they have been unnecessarily prolonging this justice for Mohbad. Do you now not see? Me, I like this man for one thing. No, he's always saying his agenda is clear. So this explains why this thing does look like they just dragging it because it is from the boss that Baba is cashing out. But show woman you really. No, hold on. Do you hear what she said? This is Baba Mohbad that these people were sticking their neck for. Ó ní nǹkan tán fẹ́ jẹ náà ń wá kiri. Ṣé kí gbogbo wọn mọ̀ra wọn? Aṣẹ́wó sọnù jàgùdá rèé ni. He knows. But so again, that means he knows that they are not truthful. He knows that what they are saying are not true. But because he sued his narrative for them to continue to create buzz and for him to be profiting from it, he's enjoying the whole rave. Suddenly he became a celebrity. Afukuomo this celeb. Wow. You see how these people are intentional about creating all this manipulation just to sustain the buzz. It's 2 years now. 2 years. Baba say you no want to do carpenter again. Powry, Masinda. What? Did I just hear? Kí ni mo gbọ́ létí mi? Baba, Victor Clonshire compose. Baba say, since he sent her to Orioke, on ribo. But for some reason, he jumped from the contest and said, Èmi mo ya mú ìyàwó mi dánú, ibi tí mo ti fọ́gbà yangàn fún wèrè nìyẹn. Wèrè, in this contest, Auntie mi Bukky nìyẹn kẹ. Wow, what a mighty God we serve. Wèrè. Okay, again, in fairness, about Mohbad, you know do well. Somebody that is your mail ticket, that is putting you on payroll, is what you just call wèrè. But kò kàn mí, alẹ́ ń dúró ayé lè máa fúnra yín lóògùn jẹ. Why did Baba Mohbad said he took the wife along and that upset Bukky Jesse? What is Baba Mohbad trying to tell us here? Bukky tó ti gbé ṣe dọ́dọ̀ Baba Mohbad ni. Ìṣe mukumukú ẹ̀ ṣó tún ti gbé dọ́dọ̀ Baba Mohbad ni. Ṣé Baba Mohbad, are you saying Bukky want to lie you? Are you saying one of the motive for this Baba Mohbad, Atana, is that Bukky Jesse want to so ẹgbẹ́yàwó yín dání lè bá fọ́gbà yọ́gàn fún wèrè? Àǹtí mi kò lè ṣe kó má tẹ̀ láyé. My God. There's another part that I love. That is the problem this man have from day one. Kẹ́ má mọ nǹkan sí àṣàgbàlagbà tó. It is not every oore lèèyàn máa ń gbà. When you are trading your dignity because of nǹkan tó o fẹ́ jẹ, o máa bà nǹkan tó o fẹ́ jẹ jẹ́. These people you don't even know none of those people. Wọ́n wá ń drag ẹbí tágá generator nísìn. Good luck to you. O ò lè sọ̀rọ̀. Mo drag ẹ because Bukky did show them for like 2 hours. Don't fi wọ́n máa yìí. Kò lè sọ̀rọ̀ because of nǹkan tó ti jẹ. Mo ti jẹ́ nù owó ẹ̀. I will leave this one. There's a particular part I'm looking for in that audio where he said when they got to Orioke, Bukky sponsor a law that ẹni tó wà ní front desk ń bẹ̀ tó attend sí wọn gan kó tún fall in love. Ṣé mọ̀ pé tó míwà ó gbéyàwó ẹ̀wà ó lóbìnrin tóun tó bá ń bẹ̀ ó tún fall in love pé gbogbo àṣírí wọn ló sọ fóun. This man is a pervert. I swear to God. This is not funny, but I find it very funny. So let me make this short, so that you people will get to where I'm going. Now time has passed 2 years down the line. This is wow. So you know, sometimes at the time I begin to feel like these people are actually stupid, and that's why they are doing what they are doing. But I realize now that they're actually not stupid. Everything we've been saying the entire time was planned, it was intentional, was to intentionally elongate this whole matter, was to continually creating buzz because they are making profit of it. Each and every one of them with different agenda. So what broke the camel's back now? They said this man should take another lawyer. They wanted to file a petition. These people are very stupid people. Leba ni kó sign document, tó bá lóhùn ó sign. because according to them, they want to petition the DPP. Matter of fact, I will have to make another video so that this one is already too long. I will cut this here. Because I want to analyze this man for you. That's one thing I noticed, that people are not seeing what I'm seeing with this man. But, hey, so Baba no green sign now. They started coming out. That was when that audio came out from. So, of course, as usual, wọ́n ti jáde fún wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní drag ẹ̀. Òun náà ti fún wọn jẹ padà. Hear this.
Shittu àti gba over 100 million lọ́wọ́ bàbá Mohbad. Ẹ bá mi calculate. Ìgbà tá gbà ó lóun máa gba 25 million. Adé kó fún. Kò dín. Kò mọ́jọ́ 5 million. Kò mọ́jọ́ 10 million. Kò mọ́jọ́ give or take. Tí o bá ti gbà tó 100 million. Àti máa fún 100 million. Yes. Tọ́ba ni mo parọ́ kan gbé bọ́ ṣe náwó síta. Because mo mọ̀ pé ìgbà tá kọ́kọ́ gbà.
Ẹ lè pawọ́.
Ló gbà lọ́wọ́ 25 million. Yes. 25 million.
A few moments later.
Ṣé wọn náà tiẹ̀ ronú ni?
Yay!
Ẹni tí mi ò kó 50 million lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Owó tí mo lè fún transition kò tí ì wọ 25 million.
Yay!
Àwọn tí ń bá wa ṣiṣẹ́. Ìránṣẹ́ wo ni wọ́n ṣe? Ìwọ ló ń béèrè. Ò bá bí mi léèrè. Àdé ṣàlàyé fún ẹ. Tọ́lọ́ lè má yé ẹ. So, má kàn dédé creating tí ò rí yìí.
Wàhù.
Wọ́n ti ráwọ̀ lónìí nìkan ẹ̀yà ṣáàṣì kan mẹ́ta àbá ẹ̀wà justice àbá drag àbá ẹni tó bá yẹ ìbá ti ṣe kọ́tà fẹ́ gbọ́ mo kàn fẹ́ kó mọ̀ mí o.
Gbọ́.
Mo ti lọ lọ́ọ̀yà méjì rí bí.
Yes kẹ́.
Ní ìgbà tí mo rí pé.
Àwọn Dùmúsù àgọ́.
Pé kẹ́ni máa lọ ìgbà ni mo tún accept o.
Pé ìwọ kọ́ ló jẹ́ kí n lé o.
Tí èfífí ò bá sí ná èfí kan kì í rú o.
Oh yes.
Ó dẹ̀ dá bó ṣe wá ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí.
Chọlọ tókè.
Àfihàn orí àti mo jẹ́ ni. Báwo ti owó tó ń wálé ní? Ó kò pé o fẹ́ dá confusion sílẹ̀.
Búkì ò máa wo owó máa ń ṣe fọ́lọ́run ni. Búkì ò máa wo owó.
Ṣọ́ra.
Ọ̀họ́.
Kó má bàa parí justice for Mohbad. Káyé tiẹ̀ má bàa dàrú. Ó fẹ́ yẹ̀yẹ́ èèyàn kan.
You ṣe.
Tó bá yẹ̀yẹ́ ẹ̀ tán, Ọlọ́run ò bá yẹ̀yẹ́ nǹkan. Ṣọ́ra. Lẹ́yìn justice for Mohbad. Kó má bàa gba nǹkan míì.
Give or take, Shittu àti gba over 100 million lọ́wọ́ bàbá Mohbad.
Ó ti di èpè o. It has turned to wóró to wóró. Ó ti di wóró sí wóró. Wàhù. So èmi mọ̀ wọ́n ní. Wọ́n ní kó ṣọ́ra kó má bàa forí gba èpè. Lọ́rọ̀ kan, there is a new episode that they are bringing about now. Togo today show. But I just say I should come around small because I told you this since last year that it will happen. But you see, the truth is, this whole thing is still another plan, no. Is to create distraction, no. Because they will now say they have. Remember when we are talking about lawyer, all that court just say fún DNA. Wọ́n ní wọ́n change lawyer ni wọ́n ṣe DNA o. Ẹ gbà wá ará àdúgbò, wọ́n tún ti gba another order o. Wọ́n tún ti fẹ́ change lawyer o. Ẹ gbà wá o. Wọ́n ti fẹ́ change lawyer o. Ará àdúgbò, ọgbọ́n kan má bàa ṣe DNA. No, the truth is Baba Mohbad is not interested in DNA. Do how many of you have noticed that Baba Mohbad, me too, today, he's been trying to low key. One country he's been trying to mediate with me. Because at the end of the day, now they pay royalty tanja fun. Because see, if they do the DNA, Baba Mohbad knows but money now. Meanwhile, somebody should DNA by rights. The child becomes the custodian of the father's royalty. So bó ṣe wà nísìnyí ó ti ń play safe, but àwọn wèrè tó ń jà fún àwọn play rough because they don't have anything to lose. Bí bá ṣe èrè ni wọ́n, they are just doing. So nǹkan tó ṣe ń jára ẹ̀ nìyẹn pé ẹ má bà nǹkan jẹ́ fún mi, so that ìdá ọ̀ ó sì lè lọ sọ ṣe àgbẹ̀yẹ nǹkan tó ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀mí kàn bóyá ó sì lè rí nǹkan ganu sí lọ́dọ̀ ọmọ mi ni o. Because his only agenda is to make profits of the death of Mohbad. Tomorrow we make it 2 years.